Huh. Was anybody expecting this? Other than the New York Yankees, I guess. The announcement of a new official Naruto card game published by Bandai Namco turned heads last week for many, many reasons. Never mind that Bandai already has 6 different card games in active development. I'm sure you can bump one off for one of the largest IPs in the world. These things are disposable. But one of the main reasons for everyone's surprise is that a Naruto card game already exists. But I bet you haven't heard of it. Not outside of Europe anyway. Naruto Mythos is a trading card game published by the Italian collectible toy company Chica-Boom. I think. Chica-Boom, Chica-Boom, Chica-Chica-Boom Boom. And it's not exactly clear that they publish it according to their website. Lots of funky little toys here though. You'll have to go to their dedicated site for the card game to find info on it from them directly. Now with the reveal of the Bandai official card game, officially recognized by the creator of Naruto, fans have already taken to the online message boards to declare Mythos dead in the water. And it was released just now. Like now, in the year 2026. Naruto Mythos released their entire first set throughout all of Europe and have plans to release the next set globally, although not in every place at the same time. Set 2 releases in the fall, so surely other regions will have to play catch up with Set 1 to make sure that players have accessibility to all of the cards.
No.
A limited quantity of Set 1 will be available to select hobby shops. Alright, so what's the big deal about this Mythos game anyway? Is it already dead? Naruto Mythos sold out hard and fast for its first edition print, which isn't unheard of for these large IP-driven games for their very first release. But if you're trying to ascertain how sustainable the card game might be in the long run, there are signs that might tell you which direction the card game might be headed. Like including a large amount of limited and exclusive cards such as the gold leaf-coated cards, serialized and advertised with a specific drop rate. One might surmise that a focus on limited edition cards in a brand new game might be there to drive interest in the product, sure. But is it to promote the gameplay or emphasize the collectability, dooming boxes to be sold and resold at elevated prices and forever contained in their sealed shrink wrap so that other people can go and be the fool chasing the gold? Another way to tell a game's accessibility and playability is its starter products, a necessary loss leader to ensure that players have everything they need to learn the game. This could be like a theme deck or tutorial product, something that's specially curated for new players to get into the game. Ooh, Naruto Mythos has a starter pack, alright. Well, it's advertised as one as part of the first edition wave. Inside you will find exclusive foils, a rulebook, collector's guide, and 4 booster packs. No starter decks here. In the starter set, each player can grab 2 booster packs from the box and combine them to have a mini game, as each pack will contain at least 1 mission card needed for gameplay in it. So that's not bad. But unlike most starter products that are meant to be accessible, it's a limited print item. Even the second edition is limited, maybe due to the inclusion of special collectibles inside that prevents the product from remaining available for new players and attracts sealed collectors instead. But if you're looking for a booster pack card game that is accessible, Elemental Creatures is right here, which is a great litmus test to compare with IP-driven games and all the bloat they take on for the rights to license something. Elemental Creatures is very upfront about the accessibility of the game. The collation is done so that everything you need to play can be found in one pack. It can be played in draft, constructed, multiplayer, and is extremely flexible by not requiring factions of any kind or a leader to build around. Not having to design a game around the already existing flavor of a franchise like Naruto allows for complete freedom in making your gameplay as simple or complex as you want it to be. It's also extremely inexpensive, going for $3 a pack, unlike other games who often sell their packs at double the price. A price point licensed card games might not be able to afford to hit due to how much they have to pay the rights holders. This isn't a sponsored bit, by the way, but Justin Hartsock, the creator of Elemental Creatures, has been such a supporter of the channel. I wanted to throw some love his way for his game, and I do genuinely love his game, so if you're interested, you can check it out in the links below. But speaking of games and gameplay, how does Naruto's Mythos play? Supposedly, the gameplay is enjoyable. Players appreciate the fast-paced nature of it, as games only last 4 rounds. It's simple to grasp and understand, and each main deck contains a sparse 30 cards in it. But you're not fighting your opponent, You are a ninja out to complete missions and score more mission points than the opponent. Each round, both players will play a mission. They then alternate playing character cards that have power stats on them in an attempt to win that mission. At the end of the round, you add up your total power from cards on a mission, and if your power is greater than your opponent's, you win that mission. The player with the most total mission points after 4 rounds is the winner. Simple, but effective. Another thing players agree about isn't so positive. The art. Yeah, this is another IP using stock art and stills from the TV show. It's obvious why Chikaboom would do this, as licensing the assets from the rights holders is much cheaper and less time consuming than hiring artists for every card. Granted, not every card is an anime screen grab or licensed asset. At least, not every card in the future. We'll get some new illustrations once set 2 drops. But considering they're classified as a novelty, who knows if those cards will be accessible or true collector chases. And now we have the elephant in the room, Bandai coming in with their own Naruto card game. A company that has the resources and experience in this field that few can compete with. One that has shown they can already take a premium anime franchise like One Piece and turn it into one of the most desirable TCG properties ever. Why would Chikaboom choose to license a Naruto card game if a big company like this was set to just blow the doors open with one of their own? The truth is, card games take years of development time, so both of these games have been in the works for a while. The most plausible explanation is that the people who own the Naruto IP sold the rights to both companies at the same time, maybe without telling them, which some have expressed makes them feel cheated. After all, they supported the Mythos card game with the belief that it would remain without direct competition for a long time. Whether they each knew about the other, we cannot say. But it's a very mean thing to do, and you can bet the Naruto owners were laughing on their way to the bank. Why should they care if a smaller card game is cannibalized by the larger one? At the end of the day, having both exist for any amount of time is more money for them. Of course, you would think if you own non-exclusive rights to a property that there's always a danger of something else being developed. And if you're tuned into the TCG network and have connections throughout the industry, I'm sure you would have heard rumblings if you're Chikaboom. Which, if you want to go ahead and put your conspiracy hats on, does make you wonder if the collectability-driven approach of the Naruto Mythos card game maybe does indicate that they're trying to get in with as much money as they can in return for their investment on the rights before the bigger fish enter the pond. This is all completely speculation, by the way, but it makes you wonder. But if they truly were blindsided by the news, then yeah, I feel for them. Business is very ruthless. Chikaboom has put out a statement reassuring the fanbase that the card game will continue as planned and uninterrupted, but time will tell how the game goes from here. So what do you think? Before this announcement by Bandai, did you know about Naruto Mythos? What do you think about it? And are you excited or wary of Bandai taking up yet another TCG? Do you think they'll support all of their games, or will some fall through the cracks? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe for more trading card stuff. Okay, bye-bye.